Hello and welcome to another edition of Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Adam Baum, on the couch alongside our upside down champion, Bob. But more importantly, the guy in the window above me is my co-host, Bionic Brian. What's up, buddy?
Yeah. Ooh, I just dropped everything, and now, I'm just causing a ruckus on my end. I'm doing well, man. It's good to be here. Feeling fucking shitty. I don't know if it's like allergies. It's not COVID. I got tested, so there's that.
I mean, that's good that it's not COVID. That's probably the only test you've ever passed. So that's also good. Let's just put it out there right now, guys.
Yeah.
We might be talking a little bit about Dynamite here and there, but for the most part, we don't give a crap about Dynamite tonight because, for a change, Tony Khan and his big announcement was actually a big announcement, right? Or was it?
Pretty big.
Now, before we dissect that, Brian, the reason I gave what is a pretty big announcement such a shitty intro is because how many times has he done this to us?
Well, he has teased a lot of announcements. You are correct. I will give you that.
And
yeah.
This one also felt weird. I mean, we get it right at the opening of the show.
No, we don't.
Or sorry, I mean, he's hoping to get it the ratings grab at the opening of the show. If he delivers it at the opening of the show, Brian, then they're just as quick to change the channel.
So is that what happened?
Well, no, I'm trying to say, like, this is, and you can't wait till the end, right? You can't make the announcement at the very end.
No, I actually didn't look at the clock when they did it, but it was like probably towards more like the middle hour, like
right,
top of the hour.
So I feel like Tony did a good job by waiting that hour, because you're gonna give anybody you might have drawn in with this announcement, you're gonna give them an hour to see your product before you give them the announcement, just in case they might tune right back out.
Yeah. I mean, there were two matches beforehand. It was the Punk and Dustin match, and then Blackpool Combat Club. I have to get used to saying that. Man, I haven't said that. And it was a 6-man, basically. So
why? Is what
Why what?
Why? Like, if you're trying to use these announcements to draw in the casual fan to watch you more, right? Then wouldn't you want to show them something different? I know, Brian, you always think I want to talk about WWE, but I think AEW is most comparable to TNA. They're trying not now.
Okay.
I'm talking about when TNA got the Spike TV deal.
Sure, okay.
Okay. That was the first time they might have legitimately become a contender for WWE. And I think about the reason that they were, to me, a contender to WWE then was because of the AJ Styles, the Samoa Joe, the Christopher Daniels, the Motor City Machine Guns, Petey Williams, all of Team Canada. Just go all of Team Canada. What I'm trying to say, Brian, is you got the Jeff Hardy, the Sting, the Kurt Angle, and the Christian Cage to take Mr. Casual Adam Baum and make him want to watch your product. But then you got me to stay by introducing me to all those guys I just named that I had never heard of before.
Okay.
AEW needs to figure out that formula. I was talking to somebody before we went on, and this is what I thought that they do. This is better than me and Rob's G.I. Joe argument, Brian. This is way more succinct. One sentence. Tell me what you think. AEW does a great job at doing big things that only diehard wrestling fans care about. Because you and Bob always get super excited about stuff that me, Dan, and Rhodey, just in our little circle, are like, who the fuck is that, Brian? Or who the fuck is that, Bob? Why do we care? Because
are you asking me like why do you care?
No, I'm saying, what do you think about that statement?
Okay.
You've heard the G.I. Joe thing. Hopefully, the people that listen have heard the G.I. Joe thing. What do you think about just that one statement right there? Like, they do a really good job of making you excited, and me to go, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess that goes back to what Stike said on the board, too, about bringing in new fans or whatever. I guess that's right. That's true to an extent.
We forgot to intro the board. Stike,
that's right.
Rocky,
Board's
DP,
there. Hello, board.
Rocky, on the YouTube
DP,
live chat board
Stike.
chatting up. So what was it that Stike said?
He just said that as far as no, where did it go? Oh no. Or was it DP? No, it was DP. He said it's only a huge announcement to hardcore wrestling nerds and those who already know about New Japan. It is not going to bring in new eyes or casual viewers. I understand that to a degree. That's true, but I don't know, man. There's a whole market, like as far as like these two companies kind of teaming together to put something on. I mean, that hasn't really happened. I mean, you could make the claim that Ring of Honor and New Japan, but Ring of Honor wasn't at the height that AEW was, in my opinion.
So, but here's why, why we're devoting this show to it tonight. This is weeks after his Ring of Honor purchase, and he put on a show that I assume he had to have had a hand in behind the scenes the whole time the paperwork was going through on the buy. We don't even have a chance to digest or think about what that is. And now here we have another one. And this one is not him making a purchase, but instead of what we think could happen with the Ring of Honor versus AEW roster, we're getting an NJPW versus AEW roster versus roster on the heels of the Ring of Honor. Like, I know everybody wants to say Booker of the Year, but dude, the Ring of Honor thing was a big deal. Now it doesn't feel like a big deal.
No, well, I mean, because that just kind of fell into their lap, it seems like. It didn't seem like that was on their, like, trajectory for a while.
Whoa, but Joker.
Man.
Joker's here. What's up, buddy?
But, like, it would be cool to see Ring of Honor get involved now. I mean, then you could essentially have 3, even though I know it's really only 2.
But Ring of Honor doesn't have anybody left. They have, like, 4 people.
That's not true. I mean, you could have Jonathan Gresham be in there. You could have, even Dalton Castle. I know he's, I believe, he was on this. He was on the Supercard show, I think, or he might have been hurt. I don't fucking remember.
Dalton Castle and Gresham were the ones on the loop.
Yeah, the one that was highly criticized by people that have not seen Dalton Castle wrestle. He's kind of more of a. I mean, he can go definitely. He's got a wrestling background, but he definitely does a lot of weird stuff, like old school stuff, like British wrestling, like the fucking airplane spin and that corner spot. I know that GIF that everyone was fucking making fun of.
Yeah. All right, Brian.
Whatever. Yeah, what?
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, hey.
Am I a diehard or am I a casual?
For just wrestling in general?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've been doing a podcast for a year, so I would say you're hardcore.
Oh, dude, your credibility is shot.
Why? You don't think you are?
I would say I'm definitely a casual. Because if it's not the shows that I watch, I don't know enough. I don't know enough about the industry. I know the shows I watch and the shows I cover, for Marked Out, but
sure,
I don't know about that other stuff.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it by the fact that you actually devote the time to do a podcast weekly, and I wouldn't say that a not hardcore wrestling fan, bless you. I don't think a casual fan would do that. So.
No, well, what I was going to say is what Daniel Price said on the board. Hey, what's up, Juan? He said no casuals know who the hell any of the people on the roster are, not even Okada. And I want to preface that because that was on the heels of what Stike said. Stike name dropped 4 people.
Name dropper.
3 out of 4. Hold on.
Again, we got another sneeze? Bless you.
3 out of 4. I would only know really in name ID only.
Yeah.
I've just not seen enough to know who they are, like to pick them out of a lineup, so to speak. But Okada, I obviously have heard of. Thanks to you, Brian, I know who Tanahashi is, and I know who Ishii is.
Okay,
Suzuki.
That's a good start.
Suzuki
You know Jay White. You've seen him before.
No, I didn't even know who Jay White was.
Oh my god.
So Suzuki is Minoru Suzuki, the one who's been wrestling in AEW, right?
Minoru.
Whatever.
You put the emphasis on the wrong ooh. Minoru.
Whatever.
It's like Minora.
WNBC.
Minoru.
WNBC.
Yeah, WNBC.
You see my point though. Like these guys aren't even outside of their name ID. If somebody doesn't say when they're coming out, I'm gonna have no idea. It would be like when Kane debuted without Vince or whoever the hell it was. I thought it was Vince going, "Oh my God, that's Kane."
JR, bro. It's got to be Kane.
Okay, whatever. But without that, we're like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we will be getting that, obviously. I'm sure we'll be getting... We have 2.5 months build to the show. It's not until end of June, so...
I think if Tony wanted to be smart and shock the fucking world tonight...
Yeah.
The first hour, he does whatever the fuck he wants. Leave all those guys out of the first hour. Leave Punk. Leave the Blackpool non-English Fight Club.
Blackpool Combat Club?
Yeah. Mox, Dragon. Take Mox, Dragon, and Punk. Listen to me.
Oh, wait. What about Utah?
We listened.
Okay.
Hootah. Yeah, I see what I did. That's from the IWC. I take no credit. Take those 3, the bigger names in your company that might draw some people in, and book them for the second hour. Okay? Tell people that they're going to be in their matches and tell them you have an announcement. Right?
Okay.
Then you showcase some new talent that people might not have heard of, like the young versions of Joe and AJ.
What are you talking? Are you talking about for the joint show?
No, I'm talking about for tonight.
Okay.
For tonight.
Okay.
You book some of your younger guys.
Okay.
You book your I don't know what they're called now. 2.0 and Daniel Garcia. You see what I'm saying? You book a match.
They're not 2.0.
I know. What are they now? I said I don't know what they're called.
They're Jericho Appreciation Society conglomerate distribution appendages.
Okay.
Called Galaxy.
What I'm saying is you take some of those young guys that are very talented on this roster and you showcase them in the first hour while you make people wait for Tony to reveal his announcement.
Sure, I see what you're saying.
Then Tony makes his announcement.
Yeah.
Then people might stick around knowing that Punk is still to wrestle, Dragon's still to wrestle, Mox is still to wrestle, so they might stick around.
Yeah.
Then, right fucking tonight, you have certain people like Okada and Tanahashi and stuff debut by kicking the ass of the people everybody's heard of like Punk.
Oh, you want to do like a straight up invasion angle, bro.
No.
That's what this sounds like to me.
No. I want to do a shots fired so that people know who they are. So that next week, when they are nowhere near Dynamite over the next 4 weeks, you still have the Mox can go, Okada, you cheap shot me, you know? You get where I'm going with this?
I got it a little bit, but I also don't think you really need that.
You do for the casual. The casual that tuned in tonight for your big announcement will not come back next week, Brian. They will not watch you build over the next 7 weeks, 8 weeks,
something like that,
to Forbidden Door. They will not.
You're under the impression though that none of the New Japan guys are going to be around, right?
No, I don't care if they're around or not. I'm saying me, the casual, is not going to be around, Brian. If you're going to open the Forbidden Door and you want me to tune in to your pay-per-view, you needed to give me something about it tonight, because I'm not coming back next week based on this announcement. I'm a casual.
Yeah, but you'll be back, motherfucker. You know you'll be back.
I'm going to be back because I cover Dynamite.
Yes.
If this was Impact, which I don't watch, and they said that they have a huge fucking announcement for Impact that's going to change the landscape of wrestling, and I watched that one episode of Impact, and they go, yeah, we're having a pay-per-view in 2 months. I'm going to go, yeah.
It's a joint show, though. That's like a fucking giant deal.
I'm a casual, Brian.
You're not a casual.
In the sense that I'm talking
I know
about
what you're
here.
saying. I'm just being an asshole.
What I want AEW to succeed, and the only way they can succeed is by drawing new viewers, by turning a casual into a diehard. That's how they need to survive.
Okay, but you can also get new viewers because people can be just fucking so turned off by WWE that they're like, oh, all right, let me check out AEW. They're doing shit with New Japan too?
Viewers.
What's New Japan? Let me check that out. Bing, bong, boom. Then you go just down a rabbit hole.
Let me put on my not casual hat now, Brian. New viewers.
Okay.
We're going to get old Bullet Club versus new Bullet Club. That's all. That's where this is all leading to.
Well, yeah, they already announced that.
So you already got your...
You say it like it's a bad thing.
No, you already got your, like, skeet moment.
Who, me?
Yes, as the diehard. Oh, my God, you don't follow trains of thoughts. It's so hard sometimes.
I follow trains, sir. Board. I throw rocks at trains.
Yes, you are the Charlie to my Mac. You are very frustrating.
No, you're more like Ricky Cricket.
Dude, look, this is mass. I'm putting on mass. I am definitely Mac. I was not born Ronald McDonald, but
you're country Mac.
Yeah, it's surprise Christmas where we break in and take presents.
Yeah.
You're the one with all the extra dads. So that's how.
No, extra moms.
Oh.
Moms.
So Mrs. Claus, not Santa. Got it. All right. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, kinda, sort of. I mean, I kinda see it, but I do think that it is a big deal. It is a big deal.
It is absolutely a big deal in the diehard kingdom of wrestling. It is not a big deal to casuals. No casual is going to wake up tomorrow and go, hey, did you hear about this show? They're not even looking. You could have broke the internet if you had Punk just destroyed by somebody a casual has never heard of. Because guess what? That casual has potentially Punk that would be a keyword to show up in their feed.
Yeah.
They don't have NJPW to show up in their feed.
I don't know, man. I disagree. I mean, you could still be a casual fan and still be aware of New Japan and these other companies. You just don't have to be a fucking huge, not asshole, but you don't have to be like a giant fan to be able to just keep up a little bit here and there.
Dude, I just think, I really think that this is one of those moments where wrestling fans are like, oh my God, this is it. This is so amazing.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be watched by anybody who wouldn't already watch it. That is what I'm trying.
Well, okay, yeah, that's true. That's true, but I mean, it's not a bad thing. You could still keep your audience. Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't want to keep comparing it to WWE. I won't say that. Never mind. Because then Rob will be like, oh, well, you just do the whataboutisms, blah, 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 blah.
No.
See how much he's in my head? He lives rent-free in my head sometimes.
If you're going to call it the Forbidden Door and really go promotion versus promotion, then that's what it should be, and it should start with a kind of like, hey, here it is tonight. I mean, and I want to go back a second. I'll read a couple comments. Of course, the one that Rocky said, Adam's right. Yeah, of course.
No.
But I like what Daniel Price says. He says, point of order. The partnership with AEW did nothing for Impact, and that was a domestic promotion. What makes you think it's going to do anything for a Japanese one? Or vice versa? Like, I don't see how NJPW is going to benefit. I don't think any of the Japanese audience is going to start watching AEW after this pay-per-view. And I don't think any of the AEW audience that doesn't already watch NJPW is going to, like, I don't think you're going to you're catering to a very specific market here that is like, oh, this is awesome. This is, I can't even think of an equivalent. Maybe a Mike Tyson versus Brock Lesnar, like, type of scenario where you've got, the tops of companies going head to head, from technically a different, I mean, that's
Lesnar and Tyson. Those are weird names.
I don't know. I was trying to think of like something that should be like the meeting of two audiences.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's going to be those who already know both, or those who just watch Forbidden Door and then go back to their product.
No, I mean, that's not true. You can get your fucking Japanese audience. They're probably going to be tuning in. You don't. It's a New Japan show, so the ones that pay for that, like, you can think of that. They're going international with it. And same thing this way.
And here's what Rocky said. NJPW didn't show trending for me. This is where he said I was right. He said, NJPW didn't show trending for me, but Kevin Nash did because of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Yeah.
So, there would have to be, especially with the time difference, no casuals are going to stay up till 4 a.m. to watch a New Japan pay-per-view live.
Nutriband?
New Japan. I slurred a little bit there.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did with my drink.
Where's your drink, bro?
I don't know, bro.
Bro. So I don't know. I'm excited for it. I think I would happily pay.
I'm glad you're excited for it. You're making my point.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm making your point.
This, all you had to do, what was it? Stike says, have Kenta come out and give the GTS to Punk. Wow. That's better than any answer I came up with before when I said somebody should strike.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wanna really throw fucking shockwaves. Have the creator of the GTS give it to the imposter who gets credit.
Oh my god. Well, it's the first fucking night that they announced it. Give it some time.
No,
maybe they will do some of this back and forth
Brian,
stuff.
you have to. This should be you said invasion. No, I don't think it needs to be an invasion. It needs to be a shots fired moment. It needs to be a shots fired moment.
All right, but they just announced it. Give it some time, man. It's not going to happen in the first fucking day.
For you, it's okay to give it some time because you are coming back next week. And you're coming back every week between now and that paper.
Eternity.
Right. Until we're going to watch Dynamite till it's canceled, even if we don't have the podcast.
Yeah.
But my point being is nobody that doesn't already watch it is going to get drawn into this. And I
disagree. I think you can get New Japan fans.
No.
Why not? How could you just say no?
New Japan's anybody in Japan,
yeah, that
is watching this watches it on YouTube.
How do you know that?
Because I doubt they're gonna deal with the time change to watch a 1 hour rampage.
People that live in America watch New Japan, and it's the same thing. They'll stay up till 1 or 2 a.m. so they can watch it.
They probably have schedules that suit it, like you, dingus, with nothing to do. Or they just watch it on their own time after the fact or when they're able. Like the reason TiVo and DVRs and all that shit ever became in existence, Brian, is because people wanted to watch shit on their schedule. Like, I mean, Golden Girls was on a Saturday night. You think people wanted to stay home on a Saturday night and watch TV just because that's when Golden Girls was on? But you didn't have any choice before you could record shit.
Well, I mean, you could just go do a whole bunch of cocaine. That's probably what they did. That was, what, late 80s, early 90s?
You couldn't have even watched... Okay, before streaming, you couldn't have even watched it. So it's always been built in that I can watch it later. I don't need to stay up.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody who is watching AEW from Japan has already devoted their time. It's not going to change. They're not going to bring anybody new in.
I disagree with that.
Okay.
And hey, you know what? This will be the ultimate test because now we'll finally be able to see.
Do you think that they brought new people in? Do you think the Impact partnership was beneficial to both sides?
For AEW and Impact, you're talking about?
Yes.
I mean, not really. Maybe it helped Impact more than it helped AEW, but
isn't this the same?
I mean, not really, because New Japan isn't like they've been around since what, the 70s? Like they're an established company.
To you, they're
I mean,
established
globally
company.
too, though. Like not just to me. Like, fine, to the hardcore fan, yes, but like, what about in Japan? I'm sure they're not like. Do you think they're considered the WWE in Japan?
Like that's what I'm trying to explain. Like there might be. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, Brian. There may be some people in Japan who see this and become fans of AEW. But guess what? AEW is a domestic promotion here. It is not going to do fucking dick to gain any viewers or traction here that isn't already there. They're not getting any NJPW fans that are only NJPW fans, Brian. Only to suddenly become AEW fans too. They're not getting it. If there's a benefit, it's one way. And that is AEW fans watch NJPW more. It is not going to be vice versa.
We'll find out. I mean, hey, maybe they'll be a fucking hit in Japan, and that'll be their cash cow.
And DP says Impact's ratings went down during that whole.
Oh, I doubt that.
You doubt it? He's not making it up.
I doubt that. I doubt that. What's his source? Who's his crazy? He's probably fucking what? Who's he looking at? Fucking Vince Russo or some bullshit, or Meltzer?
Yeah. So Stike says it didn't help Impact at all, especially for their women's division. They got the shaft big time by that fail partnership. There's even AEW hardcores that are turning on AEW's recent shenanigans. That was going to be my next point about this. Is that even before this announcement came out, Brian, there were many AEW stands, that's the name they're going by, on IWC, that were like, oh, here's another announcement.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll give you that. He is teasing. He's like Rex Ryan when he would say the Jets are going to win the Super Bowl every fucking year. Like, come on, man, just don't say it. Like, you can believe that, but...
Yeah, you can believe that tonight's thing is huge and big announcements, but it's not. He sounds like Brian. If you're from the New York area, you know who we're talking about. Brian and I know. It's like the Fusillo guy. He goes, it's going to be huge.
Fusillo.
You don't remember the Fusillo Auto Mall commercial, guys? They're very clearly mafia, and it had this big dude who couldn't say huge. He would say, it's going to be huge.
It's going to be huge.
Really
hey, yo, whoa.
Google Fusillo huge guy.
I will. Fusillo huge guy. Yeah. Got it.
You'll see it. It's like as famous as the Carvel cookie voice.
Carvel cookie voice.
So that's the thing. And then here's the other thing. Tonight, here comes Tony for this announcement, Brian. Says nothing.
What do you mean? Yes, he does. Oh, well, no, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
And then who follows him? I don't even know the guy's name. NJPW President.
The President, yeah.
So here's Adam Baum watching going, who the fuck is this? Guess what? He says nothing. So then Adam Cole comes out.
There's your shots fired.
To make the announcement. What? No, that's not shots fired.
That I mean, it slightly is.
No,
like he kind of cut
I
off
thought they should
the
have
New
done,
Japan guy.
No, I like. Man, I really like what Stike said about the GTS. I mean, the GTS heard around the world. Stike also says even though the WWE versus Alliance invasion was just plain out terrible, they at least admittedly went straight into it. Now, that's the thing, Stike. I think if they had the right players, it could have been better.
Yeah.
Here, if you get the right players, if you get the Ishii, the Tanahashi, you already got Suzuki, and I think it's a foregone conclusion that Okada has to be here. But I also feel like Omega's going to return as part of this build. I feel like the next 7 weeks are going to be awesome, Brian.
I agree, man.
And they should have fucking done something more to keep the casual around to see the next 7 weeks.
See,
the casual doesn't know that Kenta was the original GTS.
Yeah, but you make it seem like they're just fucking dicking around. Maybe their schedule didn't call for it. You know, like maybe they couldn't be here.
I'm not saying they're going to dick around. They needed one shot fired. And something like what Stike suggested would have broke not the whole internet, but would have broke IWC. It would have been something like Chris Rock and Will Smith, like to IWC. If Kenta had done a GTS to Punk,
I mean, it would have been cool, yeah.
It would have gone outside the circle. It would have taken all the casuals who, like Rocky said, NJPW wouldn't show up in my search, but probably Punk would. It would make the rounds, and everybody would go, the Forbidden Door. That hasn't been overused to the casual fan. So they would think, wow, is this the first break? I mean, he's already, but me, I'm like, fuck, Tony Khan's already worked with Impact. He's had a working relationship with NJPW up until this point. He owns Ring of Honor. Like, this is not a Forbidden Door territory anymore. But to a casual, it would. It would make perfect sense. And yes, Rocky, poor Ring of Honor, now like a stepchild. That's what I said to Brian at the start of the show. We barely got to bask in the glory of that.
Bask in his glory.
And here we are.
Bask in his glory.
Anyway, so what
are there any matches that you're looking forward to?
Oh, there's lots.
Yeah.
There's lots. I hope they do something instead that is super duper long term. Make this an annual thing, Brian.
Oh, I would fucking love that. That is such a good idea, sir.
And you treat it like old school ECW and WWE, where they had a talent exchange. They never had their Forbidden Doors going. They had, hey, we're gonna give you Too Cool Scorpio. Did I say that right?
No, Too Cold Scorpio.
Too Cold.
Yeah, Too Cold
Scorpio. You know, they lent him to the other promotion.
Right.
Like, let him go work for a little while. Let him build up the name. So that when you do have the Forbidden Door of next year, you've had, let's say, and I'm just throwing names out there. Let's say you had Bryan Danielson, Adam Cole, and Kenny Omega each do a couple month stint in NJPW over there.
Right. I'm sure they would love it.
And vice versa, you send 3 equivalents to do a couple month run here. Then by the time next year rolls around, everybody's familiar with the audience. So when you book Okada versus Bryan Danielson, everybody fucking shits their pants because you're like, I know who they are, even though I'm only an AEW guy, and I know who he is, even though I'm only an NJPW guy.
Right. I mean, maybe they'll do that.
I mean, there's a difference between marks like Tony and smart marks like me.
Oh, so you're a casual fan, but you call yourself a smart mark.
No, I was representing the casuals when I was talking earlier.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I was trying to show you that, like Daniel Price, he's talking about Jerry Lynn's idea about all this. Okay, great. Tell a casual that this was Jerry Lynn's idea, and they'll go, who?
Jerry Lynn's idea.
I only know Jerry Lynn because of TNA. Brian the X Division. Jerry Lynn was one of those guys in the early days who I was just like...
Sure was.
I was like, I almost wanted to punch myself. Why do I not know who Jerry Lynn is? Why do I not know who AJ Styles is? Motor City Machine Guns, I don't even think were a thing there. It was Alex Shelley and Chris Sabian just by themselves at the time. Everybody, I miss me some old school TNA. Give me TNA from like year 2 all the way to when Main Event Mafia shows up. After that, it's garbage. With Fortune and Immortal, and let's bring in all the old fuckers we can.
Dixie Carter.
That was Dixie.
You don't like Dixie?
I don't know enough about Dixie.
No.
I thought also, they didn't do it with Cody here. They should have, but I thought it was perfect that Jarrett, who was the owner, was the biggest shit heel they had.
Yeah.
Like, why AEW didn't try that with Cody before they let him go is beyond me. Unless Cody just didn't want to go heel.
I don't know, sir.
He only wanted to be heel to WWE.
Yeah.
Oh, beer money.
Beer
and Rocky
money.
says, watch it on Pluto. Okay, Rocky, I've been telling Brian forever to watch it on Pluto. I've been watching it.
I watch it.
I've been watching it nonstop on the Impact channel, but lately they've been showing me like impacts from like 4 months ago. They do this like every time I tune in. Sometimes it's old school beer money. Remember America's Most Wanted, Brian?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, even the tag teams back then were so good. You had Triple X, which was
Sports Entertainment Extreme, aka Sex.
Yeah, there was so many good like LAX. Dude. Oh, I gotta go. We gotta go. Sign off.
We gotta go.
I want to go watch some old TNA pay-per-views. No, but I think that Tony needs to try and come up with a cool concept. The Face of the Revolution match where it's just a fucking ring. Like, you got to come up with something cool. I thought TNA, the reason I thought they were competing, in my opinion, the King of the Mountain match was stupid. It was ambitious, but it was stupid. But Feast or Famine was awesome. Lockdown, Lethal Lockdown, it's just 6 sides of steel, whatever. It shouldn't have been a whole pay-per-view every year. Maybe a one-time pay-per-view where everything was in it to introduce it, and then the next year you just do one match. I don't know. But my 2 favorite concepts that and TNA had a lot of swings and misses. I said King of the Mountain. What was the one that was really terrible? Oh God, why am I drawing a blank?
Wasn't it? What was the one with the penalty box? Wasn't there one with the penalty box?
That was
or the reverse battle royal. Was that King of the Mountain?
I don't remember what the reverse battle royal. King of the Mountain was the penalty box.
Okay.
But the 2 concepts that I thought they did great, Ultimate X. I think that's an amazing concept because there were no ladders in those matches. They had to climb.
Right.
Abstractly. And then the other one, Feast or Famine. What an amazing
that was all
concept.
right. That was all right. obviously, like the Ultimate X is like their the best thing that they've created, in my opinion.
Yeah. I Ultimate X, but the Feast or Famine, the concept, when I'm talking about making you want to watch the next episode, imagine going over to somebody's house just to watch the pay-per-view. And there's a Feast or Famine match. And at the end of it, you see 4 winners. And I turn to you and go, oh, what's happening? How do we know? And they go, oh, they don't get to open their briefcases till Wednesday night's episode. I'm going, well, I think I want to watch Wednesday and find out what the briefcases were. You know, so it was a great, like, tune into our episode after a pay-per-view. Because I remember the old days where if you had to buy a pay-per-view like that, you invited all your friends over to the house and you had a big gathering. And you got some casuals. How many times did we have WrestleMania parties here with casuals who were then like, oh, this story. You just got to do it. Oh, and it was a reverse battle royal.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I don't remember that one. I guess I blocked
terrible.
that out. Yeah, Daniel Price, Feast or Famine was like, let's make a deal. Well, and that was the other part. Remember how many they turned a character gimmick into the Feast of Famine. If you got fired, you became Suicide for a year.
Suicide.
What was it? TJP was there. Was Suicide. Kazarian, Christopher Daniels. I can't remember all of them.
Curry Man.
My favorite match. No, Daniels was Curry Man too. My favorite match was the Unbreakable 3-Way with Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, and Christopher Daniels. Yes. That was an amazing
That's
match.
A good one.
Fucking Kevin. Happy birthday, Kevin. A couple days
Kevin's
ago.
on the board?
No. But I had that match on DVD. I had the 2 Best of Ultimate X matches DVDs.
Oh, yeah?
And I had the Volume 1 and Volume 2, the Best of AJ Styles.
Did he steal it?
He didn't return it.
Oh, that's funny because I gave Jerry a DVD. I gave him my PWG, I think it was a Battle of Los Angeles one, and I never got that back either.
They probably watched it together.
They're probably watching it together.
Ooh, Battle of Los Angeles. See, now, that's the thing. You can name drop Battle of Los Angeles and nobody's ever heard of it. Outside of like...
No, I mean, because that's like a pretty... They're PWG is an indie. Like, they're not a big...
Yeah, but that was a big thing at the time.
It's a big thing in indie wrestling, but AEW, I would say, is bigger than...
Okay, maybe I've only heard of it because of you.
Say it again?
Maybe I've only heard of it because of you.
Probably.
Hey. Dude, Voodoo Kin Mafia, no. We're not talking about the
Voodoo
New Age
Kin
Outlaws.
Mafia, oh my God.
Oh, Austin Aries was Suicide at one point. I forgot he was... Austin Aries was over there, but Austin Aries, to me, wasn't as good like all those other guys. Like,
you don't think so?
Oh, no. Dude, Team Canada, Scott D'Amore, underrated. Mm-hmm. Underrated. I think he's a Heyman-level type guy. I don't think he should be in charge of a promotion, but I think he's a Heyman-level mind. You know, and he's especially good at his character on screen. You hated Team Canada because of him.
No, well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he was a fucking smarmy heel.
Hated in the good way, Brian.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like he was very doing all the whole anti-American bullshit.
Oh yeah,
not bullshit, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, just gold.
Oh yeah, so, his gold, Jerry, gold.
So we've gone from AEW to TNA to NJPW to TNA. So I think that means wrap that shit up. I'm getting the wrap it up button. So
yeah, Rob's telling us to.
We'll unless something crazy happens next week, we'll go back to covering Dynamite like normal.
Oh yeah.
I felt this was a big enough thing to talk about, but I really, if Rob had come back out here, I was hoping he would or something just to ask him. I really don't think this moves the needle on the, outside of our the circle of wrestling, knowing everything. Oh fuck, Eric Young. Eric Young was so good back in TNA.
He was.
You had Petey Williams, Eric Young, Bobby Roode, Scott D'Amore. I'm missing someone.
Well, there was his name was A1.
A1.
Yeah.
And didn't Amazing Red, wasn't he later part of Team Canada? Or...
Of Team Canada? No, I don't think so.
It was just A1.
Yeah, it was just A1.
Oh, A1. Okay. There it is on the board. Yeah. Dude. What a roster.
A1.
All right. So, Brian and I will be back next week to talk about the same stuff. Happy 420 if you are one who partakes. You got about 37 minutes, I guess. Happy birthday to my brother-in-law who's born on 420.
Oh, wow. Happy birthday, brother-in-law.
So that's why I say he's over there just doing whatever.
Nice.
So Rob is definitely celebrating. Tony Lopez, you are way late on the board. Or maybe he's just now talking. But yeah, Rob probably celebrated and forgot to come back out to give me his comments. We'll be back next week talking about Dynamite. In case you missed it, Brian canceled his other show, the All Elite Hour.
Well, we're in between seasons right now, actually.
He's on hiatus. So, is Rocky saying get that RK Bro shirt? Is that RK Bro shirt on WWE shop?
Yes.
It is.
It is.
That's crazy.
Apparently, it was only for today only.
Yeah, man. You got 36 minutes. Go buy it.
Are you going to get it?
No.
No?
No.
Whatever.
Yeah, AEW has had under 1 million viewers the last 4 weeks. I think tonight is going to be any different. Yeah, dude, and Rampage is drawing under half that. He needs to shore up his product, one of them, before constantly making all these deals elsewhere. And I really think tonight would have been that deal. Like, he could have been that shots fired. Think about when we were doing our infighting wars and they came up with that whole thing to slander us and did all that like sound bites and stuff.
Yeah.
And we look like shit on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Like, because Rob put that whole thing together.
Yeah. What did we say? What are we saying?
Like, it was shots fired, and we were like, damn.
You're saying that's what New Japan should do?
Yeah, if there was shots fired tonight, then I bet even Vince would have noticed, I guess is my point.
Gotcha.
All right, big pop for Danhausen. Who cares, man?
Oh, my God, you're mean.
I'm cursing you, Ryan. Pretend your leg hurts.
He's cursing you.
I just don't get it. Anyway, we'll be back next week. Same smart time, same smart channel.
I'll catch you on your curse.
Your curse, flippity flop.
Flippity flop.
Markdown Podcast is produced and edited by eRecord Studios and is recorded live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Subscribe, follow, and listen to us live following WWE programming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's RAVEPRO.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronic